Well, Livramento to Arsenal summer transfer move is on, and Arsenal really working hard to obviously get in a right back that can obviously come in through and at least act as an understudy for Julian Timber, all else even take over the right back position of the club of Arsenal. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name and the second video of the day, and we obviously bringing you a very huge bunch of videos loading in through. You know, they're like those bombardings that are really happening in Iran as America does the needful to obviously take over the airspace of Iran. I'm just joking, guys, but I think that's what exactly is happening. And I'm obviously throwing you video after video, and most of you are going to be shocked. Why is it that two have gone ahead to drop at this juncture? It's all about getting things right that we got wrong in the previous days, because you guys have gone ahead to show me love. I see your viewership in here and I'm like, who am I not obviously serve you as expected? So I won't forsake you. Let me drop them like you guys want them. First and foremost, match preview of Man City versus West Ham. I've gone ahead to drop it in there for you, and I promised you an hour later after dropping that video I'll be back to talk about a summer transfer window of Livramento in there for you. We're obviously going to be talking about this guy only, and I think it's going to be like a 10-minute video breaking him down and why Arsenal needs to sign the player. Where does this story come in from? The story comes in through from the Telegraph, and the Telegraph is one of the credible tier 1 sources that we have in football in the world. And what are they saying about Tino Livramento? Arsenal are considering a summer move for Newcastle fullback Tino Livramento, who is also a target for Manchester City. The 23-year-old England international has yet to show willingness to extend his contract beyond 2028 at Newcastle, putting the Gunners on alert ahead of the next transfer window. Now, Livramento is really one of the most exciting right backs in the league. No doubt about it. Offensively and defensively, he has ticked all the boxes. He really makes you think that he's not English on how he plays. And this guy is one of those that I think I have in my fantasy team, though I sometimes got him out because he really went ahead to get injured. And I replaced him with Cash of Aston Villa. But he's really having an amazing season in Newcastle. Now, how old is Tino Livramento? He's 23 years of age, turning 24 in November this year. Right. And he's 1.8 meters tall, has a perfect cross onto him as a player. I just love whatever he puts out as a player, and obviously we really have enjoyed him at Newcastle. So, in the Premier League this season, 13 games, 0 goals, 1 assist, though he has had a couple of injuries that have kept him on and off, but I think he's the one of those players that led Newcastle to winning what we call the EFL Cup last season. And I think they went ahead to beat Liverpool by 2-1 into that particular encounter. He has Champions League experience. That's one of those that many of you will be asking, that does he have Champions League experience? He really has it. And for a team like Newcastle to win the Carabao Cup, just know it means a lot. And they would have gone ahead to obviously work beyond their weight in there for you. So this side is really very promising. And I want to let you know that Newcastle is a team that has Kylian Trippier in that position competing with this Livramento guy. But the beauty of Livramento is that he's a multi-dynamic player. And I've always gone to let you know that in the modern game of football, you need that player with you. You need that player with dynamism. He can play as a left back and as a right back. Most of you might be like, but he is only right-footed, but he can play in 2 positions. And one thing you know about him, he can also be played as a right midfielder in there for you. So that is all about a man known as Livramento. Now, his contract expires on the 30th of June 2028, and guess what? He's that guy that he's valued at 40 million euros. But I think right now, Man City joining the race, it changes the narrative, right? It changes the narrative, and I think he's one of those players that might go all out for like 60, 70 million pounds because he's English. And home best players who have gone ahead obviously show super quality, are really super expensive, and they turn out to really not even, go out to those clubs at the exact fee. You've seen those players like Declan Rice, you understand? Arsenal first made a bid of 75 million pounds. Man City went ahead to make, I think, was it 80? Then Arsenal went ahead to put in, was it 90 something? And Man City also went ahead to put in 95. Then Arsenal was like, we are going in for 105. And City was like, all right, if you've reached that level, we are not going to match you. And we just want out in here onto this channel. So that is a man known as Livramento. And I think whoever has 60 to 70 million pounds will obviously sign him, because 60, 70 is the bare minimum to obviously get the signature of this player. But a decision has to be made where he's going. At Arsenal, they are getting him in because they feel like Benjamin White's time at Arsenal is over. Ever since he came in through in the season of 2022 until now, I think he has done his part and it's over. If he was not an injury-prone player and would represent for like 70, 80% of the season, then the manager of Arsenal and the board wouldn't have gone ahead to obviously look out for a player like Livramento. But because Benjamin White has turned out to be an injury-prone player since last season, there is no way you give him a second chance. Remember, it's the same thing that really happened to Tomiyasu. Good player, defensively and offensively, but because of the injuries that he got that were really unending, everyone made a decision and his contract was terminated at Arsenal and he went at Ajax. That is Tomiyasu for you. So, as it stands right now, the club of Arsenal is looking in for a Benjamin White replacement, and they are like, Livramento ticks all the boxes. And indeed, he's a very good player that Arteta will enjoy to obviously have in his team. And Arteta, will he win this transfer race? One condition that will change the minds of every player that Arsenal and Man City are really looking for will depend on whether Arsenal wins the Premier League or not. The moment Arsenal wins the Premier League, it will be a done deal, and Arteta won't even have to explain a lot to a player like Livramento. And for Livramento, he's going to be given an assurance that Arsenal plays in 4 different competitions and they almost play and really hit the final. For example, this season, they are into the finals of the Carabao Cup. They are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup and they are playing Southampton. That means they are already at Wembley. I tell you that. You remind me later. They are leading the table of the Premier League with 7 points. You get Man City having 60, Arsenal is having 67. Champions League, they drew away at Bayern Leverkusen 1-1, and they still have a lot to put out when they really host them on Tuesday next week. So, that is it. Livramento will have a lot of game time to play. As right now, the manager wants to rotate, but who can he rotate to plus the right back? Julian Timber's workload, I think, has gone beyond the one that is supposed to obviously be carrying every season. So guys, your thoughts on to Livramento to Arsenal summer move are welcome in the comment section below, because we've been told that Arsenal are considering a move for the fullback, Livramento. Do you think Arsenal will win the race of signing Livramento? And is Livramento or Lino? Is it called Tino Livramento? Is he the right player to come in through to obviously compete with Julian Timber at the right back of Arsenal? All that and more in the comment section below. Second video of the day, done and dusted. We out.